Hey guys, welcome back to the ranch. We're gonna hit the brush again today. It's an evening during the week, so don't got a lot of time, but hopefully we solved the overheating issue with this guy. I did blow out just with the air hose, blew out the rad first, then took just a garden hose with a sprayer and sprayed it out some more. Then a buddy told me that because the coolant was low and I added coolant, I might need to bleed the coolant system. So there are two little spots. They're kind of sneaky, but they're actually pretty easy to deal with. So got my little ratcheting wrench and that little screw right up in there. You just back it off ever so slightly. It does help, he told me, if you raise the front of the quad. So I got a little hoist in the shed, hoisted it up, about tires about a foot off the ground, just cracked it. Some coolant came out, as you can see there. It's a twin, so there's one on this side too. This is a little trickier. Pop off the seat and you can get a little guy in there. Where the heck was it now? It's up in there. Pop the seat off, it's kind of like right in there. It looks kind of the same, exactly the same. They're 8mm heads. This is a Gen 1 Canam, so there you go. But let's hit the bush, get things fired up. I figured out a new little placement for the winch, so I stopped gouging the crap out of it with my snatch block. And yeah, quick link. This will work better than the little carabiner guy that I have on there. This thing sounds awesome. Oh. Woo. And here we are. Cool. So everything survived the other night. Came out here the other night and did a little bit more brush cutting. That's where I was sick of that thing overheating, so I took it out for one last little spin, made a little bit of a trail back in over that part over there, and then said, screw it, I'll leave the razor here. I'll dismount the mower, and I'll just drive that thing back and see if I can figure out the coolant issue. So here we are. So we'll get it reconnected, and we'll go from there. Cool beans. So funny enough, what this thing is was actually a prototype trampoline weather cover. This was like the first or second one we made. It looks awesome, and it fit great. But we decided not to use vinyl as the fabric because it's heavy and it doesn't fit quite as nice as some other fabrics we have that are also better suited for it, and they're a little bit lighter weight. So we replaced it with the kind of sunbrella fabric, the kind of stuff you do on boat dock lifts. We do those, or sunshades. So this one was just collecting dust at the shop, so I liberated it, and it is now my miscellaneous backcountry tarp. And so I can leave stuff out here and it doesn't get frost in the morning because it's still freezing some days, or get rained on or pooped on or whatever. So yeah, there we go. Actually, shoot, I wasn't supposed to do this. Oh well, so I might take the Renegade back again, but probably I'll take this. Okay, that's free. I'll drag this guy around. The nice thing with it being on that roller is once you get it started, you can kind of drag it around, and then it wants to naturally sit up, so it's not too easy to hook up. At least I think so. This will be my first time hooking it up all independent like, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, honestly, not too shabby at all. It's got really nice counterbalance on it, so I should be able to get that hooked up in there, no problem. Yeah, that was relatively painless. Quick links make it pretty nice. We're good. All right, gonna start a timer and see how long you can run this without an overheating issue. So I'm gonna put my back rack on there to help balance up the load. But yeah, let's hope this works. This evening it's about 15 degrees Celsius, about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, so see what we can do. Okay, so right after that, I stalled. So I bottomed out a bit too far. I had it raised up, but I still hit it. it was going good, but I should have stopped, let it recover. Instead, I went right onto this kind of thicket, and that was enough to bog it down and drop her. So, but pretty easy. Here we go. Fire it up. Get level here. I'll drop it a bit. Go. Just nasty. rock. Sorry, buddy. I shouldn't be stalling you out this many times. Sped it a little bit too much. It's a little too low to the ground for that. can't do it with one hand. Right. Little wall of push. This one's gonna be a short. All right, so we just had an epic run. I stopped recording there to do a little shorts if you want to see that. Just see the short I posted, but holy frick, this thing just gobbled through everything. And then right at the end here, bang, I hit something over there. And so things started vibrating like crazy, so I hit my kill switch right there. Came and checked it out real quick. All it is, I snapped the blade. So everything else is there. It's the first thing you check when you got vibration. I mean, something is very out of balance. So, oh well, I have more blades at the house and I can get more made. So that's it. We've solved the overheating issue. This thing has been going for, I don't know, probably 40 minutes now. You can only get 20 minutes max before, even on a colder day. So that's awesome. What I did was, yeah, just blew out the rad, topped up my coolant, bled the coolant, golden. So that seems to be good. It's also to swap with the blades, so it shouldn't be too hard. I can show you guys how to do that in a separate video. And yeah, frick, this thing's a tank. I just gotta figure out how to get out of here. Probably that should link up with the trail I was already making, so. Hoorah! Nice. All right, guys, catch you on the next one. This was fun. All right, back at base camp with the boys. And I can already tell this is going to be ridiculously simple to change. I'm probably just going to change all the blades at once, because then they're all fresh and sharp. These ones are already pretty mangled. They were dull when I got them, and I just kept using them, so I figured I'd learn how to use a machine. So now I got a fresh set. I'll swap them out. 19 mil. I'll go actually bring probably an impact I can sneak under there. And yeah, that'll do the trick. Nice and easy. So that'll be a separate video. I'll show you how to swap out the blades.